Hello, I'm Steve Long. I'm a retired history teacher, and I want to say that I'm really glad that Buzz Aldrin is making the effort this year to commemorate the 45th anniversary of the Apollo 11 landing by inviting people to upload video or testimony about their recollections of where they were and what they did on that day, July 20th, 1969. I was age 13 at the time, and I was home babysitting my younger sister, although at the time I can't recall where she was in the house because I was glued to the television set. And although the men landed on the moon at approximately 4:17 p.m. Eastern Time, if I recall correctly, I had received a phone call at 3:58 or thereabout from my father, who was at the hospital where my mother had just given birth to my second sister, our youngest sister. And she was born about 19 minutes before the Eagle landed on the moon. And as I said, when the phone rang and I answered it, my father informed me about the fact that I had a new sister, and I just replied, "Oh, okay, that's good." And he asked what I was doing, and I told him what I was doing. I asked how my mother was doing, but my interest was clearly riveted to the play-by-play of Walter Cronkite and the feed from Houston Mission Control and Charlie Duke in communication with Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong as they were descending onto the lunar surface. By that time, I'd been a avid follower of the space program. I was born in 1955, so when I was 5 or 6, one of my earliest recollections was of the first American in space, Alan Shepard, and I followed the space program ever since. I remember I built many scale models of the American spacecraft, the rockets, the capsules, and intently read about and was well informed about all the missions. And it's something that has always left a big mark in my life, had a very important role in my life. I've always been interested in science, even though I've been a history teacher. I always like to remind my sister, whose birthday it is today, of that moment when she was born. But anyway, I want to take this opportunity to leave some record of that recollection. The American space program, up to that point, was very, very influential and had a great impact. It was, I think, one of America's, if not our species' greatest moments ever. And it's unfortunate that we have not propelled ourselves on a similar goal since that time. And I do believe that our species needs to do something like that. It was an amazing, astonishing feat that any individual from an earlier generation would have felt was impossible. If you would have told my grandparents, my parents, that human beings would actually land on the moon, they would have felt it was a complete fantasy, purely in the realm of science fiction. And yet we did it, although there are some people who doubt that. I think the evidence is pretty overwhelming scientifically that did happen. After all, if we did fake it, why would we have faked it 6 times? And why would we have faked an Apollo 13 mishap? Makes absolutely no logical sense. Nevertheless, I think that for the nation to apply itself and reach a goal that was set by President Kennedy is something that is sorely needed. So I think I'll end this video. Hopefully, I didn't want to make it too long, but I did want to record something. And again, I'm very grateful for Buzz Aldrin doing what he's doing, and I hope that what he's doing and what we're all trying to do here can inspire people again to go back to space and reach those goals, which may seem unattainable or impossible, but then 100 years ago, going to the moon would have been something that was pure fantasy to most people. Thanks, Buzz.